Okay, how's it going? So, Mr. Cheater 44, Project 72, I hope that helped a bit anyways. Like I said, I'm far from being a professional welder. All I know is you need heat on both panels, or both pieces you're doing. And yeah, the ideal is to get the bottom, your puddle going, and what happens is you're heating that metal, and while you're welding, it's kind of melting the metal at the same time. And just wire it, just do a little U, and kind of, not too much, you know what I mean? Like, I got a shaky hand too. You know, rig up some kind of tool where you can set your wand on, and you'll get a nice weld that way there. The most important part is to start low and work your way up. If there's someone out there that says different, well, then they know more than I know, okay? So, yeah, if there's somebody out there, I should turn this stuff down. Because I'll be burning holes in this. But yeah, so, my wife's, I don't know, well, you've probably seen that video now, but my wife is, said she's going to link it to show you there's a video. So, hopefully it works out for you. And the ideal is, you don't want to do a whole lot of stopping. And if you do a stop, start pretty well on top of the weld that you already stopped on. Okay, so if you stop in one spot, start your weld on that. Get that puddle hot again and start working from there. Okay, you don't want no gaps or nothing. But a weld like that will hold it in. You had a couple good spots, but you have a lot more welding, I think, you do there too, right? So, what I'm doing is I'm snapping this shit down. Get some shit done here myself too. So, with my coffee, a cup of Joe, as what is his name there? The fella that works on all the scooters. Starts with an M. He doesn't, I like that. I can't remember your name, but that dipping thing, man. That is fucking, that's cool shit. See, you don't learn things like that unless you watch somebody else on YouTube, right? You never hear of something, and then boom, somebody's got this crazy equipment on YouTube, which is cool. Another thing there, Cheater 40. Make sure it's always clean in here. Where this, I'm using a .023 wire. It's for sheet metal, but if you turn the heat up and the wire fast enough, or enough wire, you can weld pretty thick steel. And you know, heat, that's all what it's about. But my welder here, I can start with this touching the metal, right? But if there's a bead in here that's connecting this to this, it's gonna arc out. So the ideal is always to keep this clean inside. And that, so keep that clean inside, and then you're good to go. So we're just going to trim this guy down. And I'm gonna look for screwdriver, because you know I used to use the handle of my hammer, but oh, you can see a few times there are a couple burn marks, so I stopped doing that. I pretty well grab whatever's around for me. Now I usually, this screwdriver here, I do have a screwdriver I use at all times, because eventually one of these days you're gonna weld a screwdriver to your rocker or whatever. And that, so once it warms up a bit in here or there, I'll turn down that heat. But right now I need it on, so we're just continuing on. Axe that I missed. Push it down. I really need to get my ass in gear on this truck. You know what I mean? My buddy just called. I told him check out my videos. You know, I had to make a stand for that tank. I said I'm not set up for fucking vehicles with 2 wheels. I'm here with vehicles, you know, I deal with vehicles with 4 wheels. Maybe 6. I've never done a 6-wheel vehicle, which would be one of the dual rear end there. But I'm not set up for gas tanks. I'm not set up for fenders. Wire. And always, if you're not too sure, play with your setting on your welder, guys. Welding is it's kind of a hard thing to perfect yourself on. See right there? And man, once you get it fucking down, you know, I've been welding for a long time. Nobody taught me how to weld. I went and bought me, my first welder was a Lincoln. I forget what number, but it was years and years and years ago. The setting with the A, B, C, D. And I think there was an E, I'm not sure. So I usually welded on B. And then the wire feeding, well, it all depends on what your likeness is. But I find a welder that you can fine tune is much better. I'm not saying that because that's what I own. More wire. We're gonna put that sucker to about 40. And my heat is about 30 or what do you say, 33 or 30 point or 3.1 or 3.3? I'm not sure which rating. I never had to really try to explain that. See that? That's what you want there. Oh, another thing, Mr. Cheater. Like I watched my video first, and because I wanted to make sure that was I was explaining myself as best as I can. But I noticed there's a couple spots, you know, I never had the solid glow going on, that it would stop, but don't stop. Just it will catch up to you know, you'll catch up to it will catch up to you or something like that. That's probably from moving too quick, so you know what I mean. The metal has to be a certain temperature as you weld. That's what gets the puddle going, is the wire, and then it's very warm and hot to touch. And yeah, so you'll do all right though. I noticed a lot of you guys like are welding on the older vehicles, welding the subframes completely. So yeah, so I'm going to go in between every weld now and we'll get going. The suckers getting welded together, and I'm grinding this motherfucker down. What I'm doing is I'm just making sure all the metal's touching metal. Any slight little gap you got, it's going to create a hole. It's important to have metal on metal. I'm I'm actually kind of anxious to see the response from other people on the video I just made. Because I know there are better welders, and just, I know, you know what I mean, some people think they're, you know what I mean, high mighty on their horses, and they like to explain things like the first guy, that would be me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're just a dumbass. And Tommy Shoes had shit like that. I hate to use Tommy Shoes as an example every time, but he's got the worst fucking luck for that shit. So we're filling in between the gaps, and then making them smaller. And then I'm going to be going in between these guys with solid welds. Oh, I missed that one. And I'll show you in a minute. Now see how did you hear that one, how it was kind of rough? Because there was a bead on the end of my stick here. After you're done, it should be like that. There shouldn't be no bead on the end of your welder. I can't explain why we get beads. Like I said, I'm far from being a professional welder. I think after all these years, I think I'm going to have to turn around and buy a sleeve or a new welder, or a new trigger. Not a new trigger. Actually, I had problems with my trigger. Fucking, I don't know, man. Okay. So I'm going to start the solid welding on these guys here. So I'll do a little bit with you guys. I really do need to change my covers. That will also fuck you up too. So I need my airline over here. Some air. Can you find that? I'm just here to have fun. Okay, so when I'm going to do my my spot welds, or my solid welds now, I'm actually going to have my wand leaning, I still can't see it. I'm actually going to use my wand as a guide for me, and then move on. If not, it'll be something like this here, my thumb up here, and that. So I always try to steady my hand as much as possible. I find it's way better. But we're gonna go, you know, solid weld here, solid weld there, back and forth, and that. So I should actually have another coat on, but we're good to go. So yeah, samples for you guys. Make sure I got air. And here we go. Jump tractor. But I am starting on a bead and trying to end on the bead. Well, at least trying to start on bead anyways. down a bit. Missed that guy by a mile. I should go turn around and just do bead by bead. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe I'll just go bead by bead. Spice it up a bit. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to turn some tunes on, and then as soon as I get quite far on this, I'll hook you guys back up, okay? See you guys in a minute. How's it going, guys? Okay, so I grind down. I'm just waiting for my daughter to come get my coffee mug so I could have me a coffee. Shooter 40 projects, no problem, buddy. I just watched your video, and I've done it before, you know, for the Rick Fix there, and other people. I just, if I have something that I could pass on, I'd like to do that. So you're welcome there, my friend. I used to say that too. The end of that tank reminds me of a girl I once knew. Haha. Good work. Take care. That's what I used to say when we were driving down the road and there'd be big potholes. I used to know a girl like that. Oh man. Welding is one of the hardest things to teach or explain. I see you are like me. I have one of the best teachers, but learn training and errors must. Right there, Brenda.
What's this for?
Is Doc chewing on it?
Yeah, Doc had it. I don't think he chewed on it though.
Yeah, just kick it to the side. Dog, man. Okay, yeah, please. So, I don't know why this time, but I decided to do spot welds all the way across. Because it's quicker. So, there's a couple of spots I need to fix, but here we go. I don't hide anything, I show everything. Pinhole. Pinhole, not a pinhole. These are actually where I went to weld, and then these are my spot welds. You know, a couple of things I need to fix. I still gotta work it. I gotta work it, man. Work it, work it, work it. But I don't know. For anybody out there, I find when you're spot welding, you don't really need to jump all over the place. That's just my opinion. But you don't want the fucking heat too high neither, and you don't want to just stay there. I guess the ideal would be is you know, once you nail your first one and then it's glowing red, nail it again, and then nail it again. And what it does is that the heat, what the heat is doing is it's melting into each other. And so this way, you know what I mean? Like I had a good run here. You know what I mean? You know, once in a while you'll get these, but if you keep just pounding it back to back, right here, here's a good run right here. Now it's back to back. And but you can get away with like things like that. I don't know why I did a spot weld, I don't know. I just did. I don't know. But yeah, we're getting closer. Can I get a hell yeah? As soon as I get this motherfucker grinded down. Go put me some fiberglass. I'm just gonna finger fuck it right in there. And then I'm gonna finger fuck the sanding. I guess I should watch how I say that. It could be kids watching. And then that's it. And then some finishing on top of it, and that's done. Further out, the rest is painted up. And the rocker officially is welded. I did this over here through a couple tacks. Threw me a couple tacks. There, oh, I see I got a little something there. And a little something there, but other than that, that's, remember I did that cut there? So I'll have to fix that. I just noticed that now. As you see, that's lifted up there. So what I gotta do is I just gotta go a little higher, but that's alright because, you know what I mean? Like I could sit there and lick all this right here, you know what I mean, with Bondo and make it all pretty. It all depends how rough it feels to me. I threw my DA with 80 grit to see what's what. And these little things here are from the grinder. I started off with that guy there, and then I started using that guy there, and I stopped because he takes too much off. And I went back to that guy. Thanks, Brenda. Hey, guess who called me today? Guess what? Listen, I was a doctor today. Here's my weirdest phone call right here, guys. After I tell you my weirdest phone call, I want you to tell me your weirdest phone call. Anyways, Leanne calls.
Oh God.
Sorry, Leanne. Gotta do it. She asked for your mom. I said she's sleeping. And she goes, oh, okay. She goes, well, maybe you can help me. She goes, what do you do when you get a hemorrhoid? I was like, okay. I'm sitting there listening to her. Of course, I've had that experience, so I explained to her. What I said was, it's a vein when you're constipated and you're pushing. You push that one vein out, and then you got yourself a grape. And so she said, what do? Do you just leave it? No, what's going to happen? It's going to get irritated more. It's going to get big, and it's going to get red. You got to go to the hospital, and they're going to grab a thing, and they're going to cut it and push out. What it is the blood clog. That's what it is. So that was my strangest phone call ever in my life. Asking, what do you do with a hemorrhoid? And it was kind of awkward because it was a female. So, yeah.
Leanne's not shy.
Yeah, so I know Leanne's children watch me, so I told everybody, you got a hemorrhoid, want her address? So, but I forgot to explain to her though. The first time I ever went, I've had one moved like 3 times now. And they hurt. But anyways, so I go the first time ever. And at least the nurse was kind of quiet about it. And she goes, do you shove objects up there? And I was like, no, don't even go there. I said, don't even ask me. She goes, I have to ask. I said, no. So, Leanne, they might ask you if you ram anything up there, or if Dave's been up there, I don't know. Because that will pop a vein apparently, so, there's an embarrassing moment there. But, fuck, the first time I had one, man, my heart was racing, I was sweating, I was at Mako, and I was like, I gotta go, man. And came and got me, and I went straight to the hospital because I knew there was something wrong. And that's how I learned about hemorrhoids. And it was the size of a pea. And it is dangerous because it's a blood clot. So no matter if you get a blood clot near your butthole or in your heart, it's not the same, but it's pretty close. The only thing it is near your ass, it itches and burns. So there you go, Leanne. Little bit of experience. If they ask if you put objects up your anal, well, it's your choice to tell them or not. She's probably gonna call my house. Hi, kids. Dave and Leanne's kids, they watch me. Anyway, so yeah. You'll never know what you get off of this channel. Fuck, you might even get herpes off this channel. I don't know. So now I gotta go back and fix this up. Do a little bit more grinding, but not an overkill. Sandblast that. That's done. Cab corner. I gotta finish in the back, and then we're gonna slap some fiberglass on this motherfucker. And while I'm waiting for fiberglass to harden up, I'll get onto the tank and sand. Hemorrhoids. He said butt crack. Anyways, fuck. Yeah, I'll get onto that tank. Mr. Shoe! That's only a fucking, remember when we went to high school? I don't know about you, but you kind of make fun of the guys and the girls that will play, the instruments, and they carry their big bugle things and whatever it is. That's what that is, man. It's a stupid stand where it holds the fucking music book. That's all it is. I found it at the dump, and I took it home. I've had it for about a month and a half now, somewhere around there, and I finally made something of it. But that's just short term, because I'm going to, I want it, as I need it, I'm going to end up adding stuff to it. So I'm just going to try to figure out how I can, just add it and then take it off and add what else to it. But yeah, it is handy. And that, there's no way I would have done that, be able to do that tank on my lap. There's no way I'd be able to do that tank on that stand. So yeah, want a time update? Can't see it. Holy fuck, 20 to 11. Oh, that sucks ass. Oh fuck. As long as it's not an ass with a hammer or blow. I gotta grab me a smoke, man. Grab me a smoke, my friends. Oh, that was nice and close. Oh, man. Guys, I don't know, man. Fuck. I'm gonna have to fucking lend that guy my truck or something. Son of a bitch. Fucking gas tank out of my way. Leave me alone now, Jamie. So, yeah. Oh, Mr. Cheater 40 Project 72. Can I have one of your stickers, please? If it's a yes, leave a comment and I'll private message my address. And that'd be well, thank you. Mr. Cecil. Can I have another sticker too? I want to put you on the board, but I can't take you off of there. I had that happen before. Tommy Shoes sent me a kick-ass fucking sparkly orange. That was my favorite sticker. And I took it down thinking I'd be able to put it somewhere else. And yeah, that didn't happen. So anybody that wants to send me a sticker, just put a comment on this video and say, yeah, I got a sticker, give me your address. And then, of course, now I'm hprauto1. Signman 1200 there. I guess I want to stay with the same Canadian background. but I guess I'll just put something like the you know, YouTube logo and shit like that. And that, yeah. Get rid of that underground auto. Just have hprauto1 and something. I don't know. Figure it out, you guys. But I definitely want to keep the Canada flag thing because I am a proud Canadian. Yes, I am. Shit. Somebody asked me. Oh. I think it was built, not bought. Let me check. I just want to confirm this. Because I don't really do the telephone or the you know, comments thing, so I'm going to answer your question right now, buddy. I can't believe it's that time, man. I gotta kind of search for it because I kind of when I get so many things, I kind of okay, I'll do it this way here. I am subscribed to your channel, so I'm just gonna go to this way here. Shit. I just want to make sure I got the right fella. Yeah, okay. One Pack Rat 1 asked me about the gas I'm using. It's auto weld. That's what I use. That's all I've ever used. And yeah, it's auto weld. Don't ask me what the mixing ratio, what's what in here, but I know it's not pure or whatever, and it's something else together. That's all I ever used. Mako used it. They had the bigger bottle. I own this one here, but One Pack Rat 1. That's what it is right there, buddy. Sorry I didn't. So I got a fucking leak in this thing. I usually put tape around this. I got a leak somewhere. Could be a fucking bottle. You never know. Best regulator fucking thing I ever owned, man. What happened was when I lived in town, I was doing a ice racing car down in Thunder Bay. That's a big thing. They as soon as they pick a spot, like kind of a small beach but big, not too deep because they want it frozen, and they make a track on the ice. And what they do is they got the studded cars, and then they just got stock cars with just winter rubber tires. But so I built one. I don't know if I still have the photos. I'd have to look. But I made one. This car come from Manitoba, Winnipeg scrapyard. It was a Honda CXR, one of the popular ones there, or VW or Volkswagen Golf. They're pretty common use. There's only one car out there, Eagle Talent, all-wheel drive. I don't know how the fuck they can compare that guy to all these front-wheel drives. You know what I mean? The guy had more contraction. All four wheels were fucking locked up at all times. And that, so. But anyways, so I never had the luxury of a tank or a stand or a cart. So what I always did was I just kind of sat the bottle somewhere, and then when I'm not using it, you know, I carry my welder by hand. But my boss tripped over the cord one day and dropped my tank and busted my gauges. I had the 2 gauges one, and so he said, well, go buy one and give me the bill. So I picked this Pro Star, which that tells you how much gas you got, and then there's a little red ball that goes up and down. And I always have that little ball, a number 10 dead center or a little lower. I can't remember. I'll have to hit the trigger. As soon as you hit the trigger, a little red ball comes up. I find, personally myself, these are one of the better on the button volume of gas you're getting. It's a true teller. You know what I mean? So yeah, something like that. But yeah, I end up getting a new gauge. That gauge was like 100 and something bucks. When I bought my welder, mine came with the gauge. I had that Lincoln. Well, back then one of the better Lincolns. They all changed now. And that, so yeah. Did I say yeah yet? Yeah. A. Mel Rich, 77. How's it going, eh? Did you do your coffee and your French vanilla, eh? I had one last night. We went to town last night. We had to get cigarettes. And we buy our cigarettes on a reserve, so it's like 3/4 the way, you know, and you only got a quarter of the way to town, so we took it right to town and got me a medium French vanilla last night, and then when I went in the house, and then that's when I seen your video. Because I seen it, and I didn't, like I was going to watch it anyways, but I didn't think you would have got it, because fucking, because I mailed it on Friday, and you got it through this week, or through the week. So that was cool. I could have went a cheaper way, but I tried to get it quick. One way was $30-something. Yeah. So I picked in between the, you know, 1 month guaranteed you're going to get it to the 2 days guarantee you're going to get it. So I picked in between, and that was the price. I forget what it was, but it was like $31 for a 2-day express thing. I don't know, I think they fly it there, they hook up a parachute to it, and they just throw it out, and hopefully it lands in your yard. I don't know, for 30 bucks. I'm assuming it's a parachute. I don't know, maybe a guy jumps over the parachute and lands on your patio or whatever and gives it to you. For 30 bucks, that's what I'd want. Yeah. Yeah. Okay guys, I'm going to load this up. Wanna know why? Because it's time to load it up. And then I'm going to go zap, 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 zap. And then I'm going to sandblast this motherfucker. I'm going to get behind there and finish my under there. We're going to get some fiberglass on this. Some fiberglass there. Fiberglass there. And do some sanding on the tank. So see you guys in a bit. Ciao.